All right, so now we're going to learn the third and final way to solve quadratic equations. This one's called use the quadratic formula. There's actually a formula for doing this. And again, this, just like the completing the square method, is very useful when you end up with irrational roots, or irrational solutions. Okay, so here's the quadratic formula. It looks scary, but I promise you it's not. And this year especially, you get to use this formula, like you get to look it up. It's also given on Regents exam, you're actually given the quadratic formula, so you don't ever really have to memorize this. It's negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, and that's all over 2a. Again, looks scary, but I promise you it's not. Okay, so the first thing we have to do here is similar to when we were solving by using zero product property. What we're actually going to do here is we're going to get these into standard form. So that's going to be our first step. So the first thing that I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to subtract 20 from both sides in order to get these into standard form. So that's going to leave me with x squared minus 8x plus 12 equals 0. Okay, and from here, let's identify a, b, and c. A is 1, b is negative 8, c is 12, and then let's plug into our formula. Okay, so x equals negative b is just like with axis of symmetry. It means change the sign of b. So this is going to become a positive 8 plus or minus the square root of negative 8 squared, notice that I use parentheses there, that's important, minus 4 times a is 1, c is 12. All over 2 times a, which is 1. Okay, now the next step is let's just simplify what's underneath the radical. Let's just simplify that. This is going to make your life easier. So I'm going to go to the calculator, and I'm actually going to type in negative 8 squared. Now use the parentheses. I'm not putting in the radical. I'm just putting in what's highlighted. So not the square root sign. Negative 8 squared minus 4 times 1 times 12. And I'm typing it in with the parentheses exactly how it looks right here. And when I do that, I get 16. All over 2. Now, when I get here, I'm going to split off just like the completing the square method. I'm going to split off 1 plus, 1 minus. So when I go to put this in my calculator, when I do the plus, listen to how I type this in. This is really important, otherwise you're going to end up with the wrong answer. I'm going to type 8 plus square root of 16 and then push enter. I get 12. Divided by 2, enter, I get 6. Same thing on the bottom. I'm going to do 8 minus the square root of 16, enter, divided by 2, enter. If you try to type it in all at once, 8 plus radical 16 divided by 2, there's a high likelihood that the calculator does it not the way you intend for it to do it. So trust me when I say do the calculator in 2 steps. 8 plus radical 16, enter, divided by 2, enter. That's the best way to do it. All right, let's try one more example here. Again, I'm going to start by standard form. So I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides. That gives me x squared plus 6x minus 13 equals 0. A is 1, b is 6, c is negative 13. Let's plug into our quadratic formula. X equals, b is 6, so negative b is negative 6, plus or minus the square root of 6 squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 13. I'll extend my square root, all over 2 times 1. Okay, simplify what's underneath the square root sign. What's underneath the square root sign? 6 squared, use the parentheses, minus 4 times 1 times negative 13, I get 88. That's what's underneath the radical, all over 2 times 1, which is 2. Split off, 1 plus 1 minus. X equals, so we'll do the plus first, negative 6 plus radical 88, enter, divided by 2, enter, round to the nearest tenth, 1.7. Negative 6 minus radical 88, enter, divided by 2, enter, round to the nearest tenth, negative 7.7. And this is how we use the quadratic formula to solve quadratic equations.